Hello, welcome to the Big Bad Marketing Podcast. I'm Janae.
And I'm Brooke, and we are two marketers, coaches, and business owners who have spent literally thousands of hours helping real people grow real businesses without going bankrupt.
This podcast is for solopreneurs, accidental entrepreneurs, and side hustlers who are ready to grow their revenue but have less than $500 a month to spend on marketing.
In each episode, we give you real deal strategy, practical mindset shifts, and the occasional rant about cringy marketing schemes so you can show up and grow even if your time and budget are tight.
We are here to empower you to build a bigger, badder business. Are you ready to get started? Let's do this.
All right. Today we are talking about something that Janae and I get questions on constantly. How do I market my small business on the cheap? And this is literally the reason why we created Big Bad Marketing, right?
I was going to say, I love this episode and this topic so much. First of all, it's what we do as we're building our business is like figuring out how to do it while keeping our costs low. But also because it's literally what we just said. It's like, if you are looking for ways to grow your business without going bankrupt and you have a small budget, what should you do? And that's our intro because that's the mission and vision of our business is to help small business owners who don't have huge capital funds to be able to still reach their audiences and grow sustainably. So
Yep.
I love this.
Even on a small business budget.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so that is the point of this episode is you do not have to spend big bucks on marketing. You do not have to jump
Mm-mm.
into paid advertising, whether that's through Google or social. You do not have to do print advertising. You do not have to go out and get a billboard. You don't have to do mailers to people's houses. You can do a lot of free things, and we heavily encourage everyone we work with to do all the free things first. So that is today's episode. We are going to talk about what are those sort of low cost marketing tactics that are going to help you market your business in a way that feels good and sustainable and is not taking all of your money.
Yeah, is it fair to be like hot take? You don't need to spend a lot of money to have a successful business.
Correct. Totally fair.
Yeah.
We say that all the time.
All the time because it's true.
It is.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do in order to have any of your marketing be successful, and this is another thing we say all the time, is like, it doesn't matter how much marketing you do if nobody knows how to buy something from you or what they're buying.
Yeah. That comes back to having really clearly defined offers, really clear pricing, really clear messaging. Is there a way for people to very easily give you their money? If there is not, you do not need to market your business. You need to go take care of that first. And we have episodes about offers, we have episodes about pricing and what not to do for pricing. So go take a listen to those because unless you are super clear on the thing that you do and you have a way for people to hire you or make a purchase from you, you're dead in the
Don't
water.
market yet. Yeah. And it's whether or not you're putting money into it, it's just like the time resource of trying to advertise and put yourself out there. It's like ironic it's like comical in an ironic way of like, let's spend money or time trying to get eyeballs on our page, content, website, but nobody can actually do anything once they're there, or there's no way to actually like get a thing, and or it's just not clear what someone is buying. So if it's not clear to you, if it's not clear to like your buddies and your friends, like, how can I buy, what am I buying when I buy into this? That's the first thing, is the first thing, is the main thing, is the main thing, is like, get your offers right. Then let's go through a list of marketing levers that you can pull and how to keep them low cost as you're starting your business, as you're trying to grow your business, even if you've been in business for a long time, so that growing the business, bringing in more customers is sustainable.
Yes. And Janae, let's note that you said marketing levers you can pull, not marketing levers you should pull, because we are going to go through a list and you need to pick out the ones that make sense for your business at its current stage because you don't need to be everywhere all at once. You might not need to be on particular channels. Certain things might not make sense for your business. So take these with a grain of sand, put them through the lens of, does this make sense for my product service and to get to my customer? Do my customers hang out here? If they don't, no worries. We're moving on. We're
Yeah.
going to give
If
you
you don't
lots
have
of
a
options.
yeah, so like if you don't have an email list, probably it's not the best place to start to craft a formal drip campaign, right? Like get somewhere where you can reach people in your audience.
Yes.
I think they call this sometimes in like the real world, they call it common sense. Use
This
your
is
common sense to make a good choice.
common sense marketing. All right. So the first, pretty much across the board, when people come to us and say, I need to market my business, their first thing that they say is what, Janae? I should be on
Social media.
all the time. What do you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. In fact, I sometimes think they bypass the idea of needing marketing and they're just like, I need to be on social media. And I, Brooke, you and I often come to it from this place of, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, this is at least what we're thinking. Like, you don't necessarily need to jump into social media right now. And as we just outlined, you don't even need to be marketing right now. You need to focus on the foundations of your business. So, that aside, I'm just in a complete agreement. Get your stuff together first, then you can start marketing. And then it's time to assess whether social is the right place for you right now. What do you think?
Yes. And social media can be great if you are just looking to put your name out there. You want to build awareness, you want to engage with a potential audience, and you just want people to know that you exist and to like you. And that is the whole point of social. And social, from an organic standpoint, AKA you're not paying for advertising, you are using these channels with content that you are creating organically, it can be very effective for a kind of low cost way to connect with potential people. And it just requires your time to develop the content.
Okay, yes. And social is a place we've said this over and over as well, but like social is where you go to socialize. This is a place where especially on like an Instagram and TikTok, Facebook less so, and then LinkedIn even less so. That's going to be a much more targeted platform for professionals, right? But some of these places are places where people want to see behind the curtain of what you're doing. They want to get to know your brand values, your style, your voice, what it is that you're up to. This is not meant to be a conversion tool, although it has become that, and there are ways to use it as a conversion tool. If you are not investing money into this, this is a great place to just nurture your audience, socialize with them, engage with them, let them see what you're all about. Occasionally, you can throw a bone of like, hey, we're having this special deal, or check this thing out on our website, new offer, and that's fine. But this is your place to build a relationship with customers so that when they are ready to make a purchase, they know you, they like you, they want you, they buy from you.
Yep, absolutely. And ideally, the purpose of social is to pull people in to something that you own, like your email list, like your app, like your website. And so, if you can get people so engaged on social that they want to then head to your link tree or whatever link you put in your bio to learn more about you, now you've got an opportunity to actually sort of develop them into that more prospect phase by getting them on your email list or something of that nature.
Oh, yes. And even in hearing you say this, I'm like, if these systems are not coordinated well, then people can fall off and you lose that possibility. So that's where it's like before you market, make sure all of these things are integrated. There's a seamless process so that you can get their email address and then start marketing to them.
Yes. And a quick
Boom.
kind of watch out for social is that it can be a real drain on your time because you want to post the perfect video or the perfect picture, or you want to get the ideal image of you doing your thing with your product, and you want the lighting to be just so, and you want the perfect caption. And something, Janae, that we talk about frequently is social is fleeting. Do not give it 110% of your effort because It's here today, gone tomorrow.
Yep. And what I notice more and more is that the content that is on social is scrappy videos. It's like selfie cams. It's someone using their smartphone to capture some footage, throw it together, add poorly edited copy to it, and boom, there's like an editor tool right in the apps. So if that tells you anything, it's like do this quickly, get it out the door, and just keep showing up and being top of mind. Don't put all your effort into creating a piece that's, you know, temporary. Um, and it's got me thinking about people or business owners or entrepreneurs who are like, I have to hire a team or a person or a freelancer to create social media content. I need a writer to draft the copy. I need a graphic designer to make the videos. I need a strategist to design the themes and the content. So before you do any of that, which maybe there's a future state where that might make sense, but right now is the time to put all that aside, come up with stuff as the person that knows all the things about your business and go with it. This is experiment. This is try it out. It's all good.
And just be yourself. People can sniff out inauthenticity. So just be you, be authentic to your brand and the thing that you're doing. Be helpful, show up, be entertaining, be funny if that's your brand, and just have a good time. Get social with your friends, socialize, have fun with it. And that is why social is our first low cost, can be low effort small business marketing tactic.
Get out there. Here's a good step one: download a social media app.
Yes.
Okay.
Small steps.
Yeah, small steps and then celebrate, do a little dance. Okay. Take us through another lever. Go.
Start a blog. So Janae and I have backgrounds in content marketing. We have probably written more blog posts than most people have read. If you have time to create valuable content or are comfortable and have the capacity to outsource said writing for a minimal cost, a blog can be a really effective tool. Why is that, Janae?
Okay, so a blog is a great way to provide information on topics that your customers actually want to know about. Like a great place to start would be frequently asked questions. And this is going to be available to you as a business owner because you field questions from clients or customers or prospects very likely on a regular basis. You know the kinds of things they're thinking about before they make a decision to buy. So this is a great place to start. Write some 500 words on any given question that they might have. And then you can use keywords or search queries. So, like, literally, what is it that someone would type into Google to find that information? Or what would they verbalize when they ask you the question? Put those in the blog, in the copy, and then get it online. And this is going to help you show Google and Google's algorithm what your website is all about, what information you provide, what your expertise area is in. And it's going to help search engines rank your page so that you come up in the top page when people search for those things.
Yes, we love that. And we have an entire episode and blog post, which we'll link in the show notes, about the whole idea of it's 2025. Do you still need a blog? And our answer is if you have useful, valuable things to bring to your audience and you have the time to do it, to put in the effort, yes, I think it's a great tool. And we also love the fact that blogs tend to be really robust pieces that we can then repurpose for other channels. So you might take a snippet of your blog post and use that as inspiration for a post on social media where you record a video that talks a little bit more about this aspect of your blog. You can toss in an email newsletter. You can do so many things with it and get a lot of value out of that one post.
Yes, and it's evergreen. So in the case of digital marketing, that means unlike those very temporary social media posts that I've heard be referred to as garbage posts because you just put it up and then it's gone the next day, like that's it. Don't waste your time on putting too much effort in. This is a place where you can put effort in and it's sustainable. It's going to stay there. It's going to continue to serve you over time, especially if you do it right. And or you can iterate and refine and fix it as you go, as new information is revealed, as the industry changes. But it's going to keep serving you. So it's not as, let's say, like wasteful effort.
Yeah. And you own the content, right? The blog lives on your website. That is yours. Those are your independent thoughts, and you have ownership of those things. So even if Facebook goes away tomorrow, you still have all of these blog posts and all of this content that you have poured your heart and soul into developing.
Oh yeah. Okay, I do also want to say we're going through a list of like free or low cost ways that you can market your business. And this is an excellent one. Like you said, Brooke, this is our background. We could do this for days and days. This is what we love, words. Um, but I also want to say this is often not the starting point that we recommend to business owners, even if you are coming in at a low price point or a low budget, because there's often so many other things that are going to take precedence and would be more important priorities before launching into building a blog. This is like a much slow, what is this called? When you cook something low and slow, right? Like if you throw a chicken in a frying pan at 10, right, it's just going to burn on the outside and the inside's raw. Like this is a place where you're going to cook it at 2 and you're just going to put a really low level of effort for a long time. And that's when you'll see the results, right? Then that's when it's like finished cooking over time. If it ever gets finished, I don't know. So I'm just getting at like, if you want to do a blog, yes, excellent. And it's a great place to put energy into because it has an ROI long term, but it is not going to be an immediate win. So don't put all your eggs in this basket.
Love that. All right. Number 3, referral programs, which sort of leads into word of mouth. Obviously, word of mouth marketing, especially if you're a brand new business, is going to be your best friend. And that's probably going to carry you through the first months and maybe even years of your business, is getting people that know and like you and existing customers, happy customers, to talk about you. And a really great way to encourage people to talk about you is through a referral program. Now, a referral program simply means that you are rewarding your customers for bringing new business to you. So, Janae, what are some examples of a referral program?
Okay, let's see. An example would be a fitness coach offering existing clients extra time on their session or an additional session if they get a friend, someone else that they know to come and sign up with you.
Love that.
What
Love
you got
that.
for us?
Also, so we're very outspoken about the fact that we're like, add more value instead of doing a discount or offering something at a lower price. But either cash incentives or discounts are often used in referral programs. So, for example, you send us a new client, we'll send you a gift card. You send us a new client, we'll give you a discount on your next service. You send us 5 clients, we'll give you 10% off for the remainder of your membership. There are so many different ways to do a referral program. We love the approach of kind of making it unique and fun to the personality of your business, which is why at Big Bad Marketing, if you refer us someone who signs up for at least a 3-month commitment, we send you a pizza.
You can choose whatever toppings you want.
Yes, yes, but we think that's just kind of a fun referral program that reflects our love for pizza and our gratitude for you for sending us a new customer.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people like pizza too. So
Yeah,
we're not alone in this.
yes.
The whole point of a referral program, when you break it down, is to incentivize existing customers to get more people that they know to go and be like, hey, I use this service. I love it so much. I think you're going to love it too. Or people who are not even your existing customers, just people that you know or talk to, like you're networking at an event or you're out somewhere and you see someone and you get to talking and you're like, oh, I do this. And then they can now know your incentive program. You're like, I do this. I see that you work here. This has nothing to do with my business, but I do this. And if you send someone to me, I'll send you a pizza. Right. And they're just like, what? That's awesome. I will take 3 pizzas because I'm sending you 3 people. Right. Like you build in some excitement for them to feel motivated to help your business grow, to help you achieve whatever your goals are. So, whatever that incentive looks like for your industry, for your business style, that's what you should go with.
And we love a referral program because it is essentially no cost to you until you get business in. So as long as your referral incentive is aligned financially to the point where you are not going in the hole to give the referral. So, for example, you wouldn't set up a referral program that says, if you refer someone to me who buys this $100 product, I'll send you a $200 gift card. That doesn't make sense, right? So it needs to be commensurate and you need to be thinking about the financial implications of the referral program you set up. But like the referral program for Big Bad Marketing, we only need to buy a pizza when we have signed a client with a 3-month commitment, right? So that
So eat pizza
makes,
all the time. So
yeah,
we have to
so
buy pizzas all the time. But
but
that's unrelated.
especially when you're a small business that's starting out, you don't need any fancy tracking softwares for your referral program. It's going to be make it very easy to manage, and this will be one of your lowest cost, highest return channels because these people are being referred to you by directly by someone who is speaking highly of you. So what better customer to come in the door than someone who has already been prepped and knows and probably already likes you a little bit just by association.
Yeah, if they're willing to recommend you, then that speaks volumes already.
Yeah. All right. Number 4.
Email marketing, low cost marketing tool with a really high impact.
Love
Okay,
it.
so email marketing is going to be an opportunity in most cases that can be automated, and it requires minimal effort on your part because once you make a strategic plan and then build out the email or the series of emails, it's done and you can reuse it and reuse it and reuse it. At least that's the way we will encourage you to think about this versus every single time you sign someone, you've got to write out a new email and set up a draft and try and convince them by using fancy sales pitches and jargon, right? No, 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 that's not what we're talking about here. So if you have an email list, so you've set up a freebie on your website or an opt in, or you've got previous customers or existing customers, and you've got all of their email addresses, this is the place where you're going to set up either like a monthly newsletter or send out regular industry updates or special promotions. And you're going to let them know you create it once, you send it to everybody, high impact, low effort.
Yep. High potential return on investment for that time that you spend crafting those emails. And things that you really want to think about. And we have multiple episodes now on emails that we can link in the show notes. And we also have a course that can help you send your first email, set up your email opt-in, set up your list if you're new to it for the first time. But really focusing on compelling subject lines because your goal when your email hits the inbox, it has one purpose, which is to be opened. All right. So then once you get the open, there's one purpose, which is the call to action. So really nailing down that subject line and the call to action gives you the highest potential return on the investment that is your email. And if you can nail that, then that can be, to your point, Janae, a low effort. You've created it once, you're reusing it on a lot of people, hopefully thousands and tens of thousands of people over time, and it's resulting in sales for your business.
Yeah, email marketing fits into this category called one to many. So you are the one and you're speaking into a megaphone to many people at once. Marketing in general, the idea is that you're going to reach many people, right? But there's other channels where you're just speaking directly to one person, which maybe is like DMing someone on a social media platform, which maybe can have a higher return rate or better conversion rates, right? Like if you are having a personal conversation with one person in a social media DM, you might be more likely to convert them into a customer than if you're just sending out blanket automated emails to 100 people on a list. But the level of effort on your part is much lower because now you're doing it one time and you're sending it to many people at the same time versus in the other scenario you are managing multiple conversations just one-on-one to ones. So you're kind of essentially capping how much you can convert, how much money you can make based on your efforts. And all of these marketing tools are, as we've said over and over, are like ways to get eyeballs to your page, to your content, and then ultimately turn that into people buying what you're selling. And so the the goal in marketing is to have the lowest cost to get the eyeballs on your page and to get the people to turn into people who give you money versus spending a ton of money to get those people. So this is just another opportunity to really hone in on that cost, lower that's called customer acquisition cost, and keep it really low while extending the return on your effort so that you're making the most of that investment you're making to get the customer in the first place.
I love that. And as you're saying, the
Rant
one
to
to
end.
many and the one to one, it's like think about talking to a group through a megaphone versus talking on your cell phone, right? And you can only have so many phone calls in the time that you've allotted to your marketing. And if you only have 2 hours a week, you can only make so many one-to-one phone calls. But if you can talk to groups through a megaphone, you can see how that might increase your chances of more people hearing your messaging. But to your point, it's like you might have a better chance of converting in that one-to-one. And you really have to strike a balance of both. So don't put all your eggs in the megaphone bucket and don't only be on social going blast this out, blast this out, blast this out, because you do need to balance it with these more targeted approaches. So a strategic approach, a good balance is what it's all about.
Oh, yes. I was going to say this is where a strategic marketing plan or a marketing strategy becomes crucial. You aren't just throwing things at the wall. Or have you seen this video, Brooke, where there's a lady? So it's like TikTok famous now. There's a lady in the kitchen on a cooking show, and she's like trying to decide what thing she needs to do under this time pressure. And she's like walks in this direction and then she's like, wait, I forgot this. And she's like, she for like 10 seconds, she's just frozen trying to make a decision about which way to go and which thing to do next. And it's funny, but also I like feel it so viscerally how true that is. And it's like what we're talking about now, which is like it can be overwhelming to select from all of these different levers and know which one is the most priority and which one makes most sense. And that's why a strategic marketing plan is the way to go.
Yes. And if you need support with that, we are here for you.
Let's do this. Okay, take us into another option, another marketing lever here.
All right. So number 5 is to offer free resources or samples, AKA a lead magnet or a freebie. So this is very closely tied to email marketing, is creating a single lead magnet or freebie. And we have an awesome, really comprehensive episode that gives you literally every lead magnet possibility in the entire world. So we'll link that in the show notes for you. But if you have a product or service with a super clear value that could attract your potential customers, or you can create a mini version of it, you want to just really drive value and showcase how great your thing is through your lead magnet. If your lead magnet can be the first step in your user's journey to working with you, or just something that's really going to strike them as having immense value, then that is the thing that we're going to create. And that could be anything from a webinar to an ebook to a video to, I mean, there are so many different things.
We talk about lead magnets a lot. It's been top of mind for us, but I just want to get at if you're not a service or a digital product, the original lead magnet is literally giving away a free sample. Like I'm thinking of being in the
Mhm.
supermarket and they hand you like a little piece of a cookie while they're standing at a table with a bunch of packages of the cookies and they're maybe on special promotion and you taste it and you're like, damn, first of all, you went to the grocery store hungry, so that is not doing you any favors right now. But you're like, damn, I want these cookies. That's how it works. You give them, it's literally you give them a taste and then they want more. So even if you are a digital product, that is what the goal of the lead magnet is. Give the people a taste of the thing you're offering. Let the thing you do be so valuable that it speaks for itself and the people are compelled to buy in.
Yes, this is bringing back the days of going to the mall. Do you remember going to the mall and going around the food court? And it was always the Chinese restaurant had the samples, and you would just go up and grab the chicken and be like, oh man, that was so good. Now I gotta go get the Chinese food.
Yes. And
Yeah.
okay, yes, I want to drive home a point here, which is customer acquisition costs. And I'm going to sound like you for a second. Like, we have such a comprehensive podcast episode and blog on this. So if you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know my business math, I don't know how much it costs me to sell stuff, I don't know how much it costs me to get customers to buy it. Stop everything else you're doing. Those are the foundations of your business and the data that will help drive all of the decisions you make about marketing. So let's just like put a blanket statement there. But what I want to say is the cost for those restaurants to pull out a tray of their chicken and hire someone to come stand there and the toothpicks and the napkins and go stand out there and pass those out, what they're betting on, and my sense is that they've done a lot of data collection to make sure it makes sense, is they're investing in the customer acquisition cost. So they're putting money towards giving people the samples, knowing that maybe like 90% of those people are not actually going to buy, but the 10% who do, now they tasted it, they love it, they're going to come buy it. The money that those people spend more than makes up for what they've paid to get those customers to come.
Yes.
Can you say that in another way? Like, this feels so important that people are like, I'm not spending money on this right now. Like, I'm not giving away my stuff or whatever it is, but it's like, this is how it works. Not everyone is going to buy the thing, and that's okay.
Yes. Yeah, because to your point, what you're banking on is that some people will. And similar to email campaigns that you set up, your lead magnet is a one-time effort that you develop. And maybe it takes you a couple of hours to get the perfect lead magnet for your ideal customer to lure them in, something that's going to be really valuable. But once you create that, you're done. And now you just have to set up the delivery mechanism. But every person that comes in over the next months or years until you change your lead magnet is essentially that same couple hours of effort that you initially put in. And that is well worth the cost. And I mean, do the math on it, right? Okay, 4 hours of my time is worth $400. So if I can convert three customers at $150 each, then I've made up for the cost of my time to do this particular thing.
Sure. And if it's going to be a long lasting something that sticks with you for a while, then not only are you going to make up for it that quickly or with three customers, right? You're going to go above and beyond that. And then it becomes, I always hesitate to say passive income, but it becomes a form of passive. It's more passive because it's you built it once and now it's working for you to get more people.
It's a passive lead generation tool.
There you
100%
go.
agree.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. So we've gone through the first five of these sort of low cost, lower effort marketing tools and tactics. As you can tell, we are deeply passionate about these things and we have much to say. So I think this is a really good spot to break, let you digest those first five, which again were organic social media, starting a blog, implementing a referral program, email marketing, and creating a lead magnet. So
Examples.
sit with those. And then we're going to come back and do a part two of this episode where we're going to cover five more low cost marketing tools that you can use to market your small business on a budget.
Drop us a comment below. Tell us about your favorite referral program that you've either ever seen or that you've used. What kinds of lead magnets are successful for you? If you've built drip campaigns, like, we are actually interested to hear from you. What's working for you, entrepreneur, solopreneur, side hustler? What would you like to hear more about and you're not sure how to implement? Like, this is so exciting.
And we love this stuff and we'd love to nerd out. And you can also go to our website and set up a free consultation call if you're like, hey, I've got this idea for this referral program, but I just don't know how it's going to land. We would love to hash that out with you. So head to our website,
Yes.
book a free 15-minute consultation.
Yes. Or get yourself a free pizza by sending someone our way.
Beautiful. Thanks for listening.